Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
On the banks of the Olentangy River, the Horseshoe is one of the most iconic venues in all of sports. Over 100,000 people strong, the Ohio State Buckeyes might have the best home field advantage in all of college sports. These fans are ready to rock and showcase their Buckeyes this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
They punted away on fourth down. All the way back to the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here's Sayin to throw. He's going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Sayin from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So here comes the Michigan offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Thanks to grab. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Underwood to throw. He's got it. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Quickly out to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
It's so hard as a quarterback on 3rd downs when you're getting blitzed and you know you're going to take a shot right in the face as you let this football go, but you still got to stay in there and you've got to deliver it accurately. That's a tough play by the quarterback, but it pays off. They get the 1st down. Offense stays on the field.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He'll try it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Gets open down the middle. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Unloads it left. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And, guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sayin. Grabs it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's this guy's 3rd catch now on the drive, and I like how this offense just keeps going back to him. Look, if you're not going to cover him, we're going to keep throwing him the football. We don't have to overthink this thing, and as every completion happens, the quarterback is gaining more and more confidence in this guy.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
On the play, it's now 2nd and goal.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll move the tight end. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And at first you don't succeed, you try again, right? Give it right back to him, man. They tried to be physical on 1st down. He didn't punch it in. I love that they came right back to him. Up front, a better job blocking, created just a little bit of a hole, and that's all he needed to run through.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. On the move. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are 2 teams competing for national championships at the end of the year. And this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the 2 teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking for room. It's Marshall. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Tackle is made at the 37. Second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Underwood. Zings it complete to the right. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Wolverines are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Fires to the big fella. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to the run, it's Marshall. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Quarterback slides, and he's got it up for the first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB is looking for.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out.
Number 99, set to pass on the
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch. Let me get a few yards.
So now it's 2nd and long. Say it. Makes the catch. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Throws to the back. Got his man in the middle. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Nice job there by the running back working the middle of the field in the passing game. I think oftentimes when defenders see these running backs coming out of the backfield, they're just anticipating a swing route or a flat route, something to the perimeter. That time, he put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face and found himself in the middle of the field.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Throwing, say it. Got his man. Finding some room. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
From the red zone, it's Jackson. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he's in! Touchdown, Ohio State!
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Running inside, it's Marshall. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. That was actually his longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Bringing the heat. He'll try to do it and breaks into the open. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes. And then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Here's the pressure. They're working that left side. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Fires to the tight end. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
17, Ohio State, 14. Number 99, set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Makes it. Ball is loose. Oh, and fortunate to get that one back. And as an added bonus, they get the first down. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Here's Sayin to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Back to pass, it's Sayin. He's got him. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Got the quick completion. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Julian with the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Motion from the back. From the gun on third down, say it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Return goes out of bounds.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Here's Underwood to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got the tight end. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Under fire! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
When you spread them out and you go sideline to sideline and you got 5 wide receivers, you took extra blockers and you took them out wide. So quarterbacks have to read the defense really quickly, get rid of the football, and the defense did a good job applying pressure and speeding that process up.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. Oh, they're after him. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle, prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. The run inside. It's Marshall. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Underwood. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. Could be an alley. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
This is a designed run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
He is stopped well short of the 1st down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
A lot of times on 3rd and long, you're not thinking blitz. You're thinking they're going to sit back in zone and play conservative. They blitz. Kind of break tendency. Get to the quarterback. He gets the screen off. But, man, great job by this defense. Not just flying upfield, not paying attention, and letting them catch that screen behind them. That's a big stop on 3rd and long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Pulled and fired complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires complete. Caught, and he's got room. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to it. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Here's a heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Running inside, it's Jackson. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Snags it quickly on the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Was completed via the screen. Marked down at the 42. 2nd down.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. He'll keep it on 2nd down. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to the big tight end, and he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Oh, man, and money down, you think about your tight ends being those guys that can work those high-percentage throws over the middle of the field, and you had some yardage, and, man, if he didn't just botch that one right in his hands, God, he's got to make that play.
And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Saying they're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Brings up 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Unloads quickly. Could not make his way to the corner. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Got him downfield. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The run inside. It's Jackson. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Say it. Gets it to the back. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on that RPO play on third down. They didn't bite on the run fake. They were anticipating the offense throwing the football, so they laid back, made the tackle, and now they set up 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Number 96,
On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Underwood. Snagged out of the air. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying to move them on the counter. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Maybe some room here. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside. It's Marshall. Picked up maybe 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking down the middle. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Throwing, say it. Finds his tight end. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play?
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line them up.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The run inside. It's Marshall. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Pressure coming. He wants a big play here late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Looking for room. It's Marshall. And they swarm him under.
And this offense tries to run, and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Underwood in the gun on third down. Here comes the heat. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?
Under fire. Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.